Oh, hi there. Jean Cannon here. I want to talk about managing everyday anxiety because some anxiety is essential. It's a protective mechanism that we've evolved with. All animals have it. It's a special protection built in to protect you from potential predators. But in this day and age, the predators are a bit different, and anxiety tends to feel less than protective, often just debilitating, exhausting. There's so much anxiety in almost everyone's life right now that we can't concentrate on the difference between what we need to be aware of and what's simply not helpful. We can turn anxiety down a bit so we can cope with that better by taking a deep breath, holding it, then letting it out slowly. The slow breathing out activates your vagus nerve, which can calm anxiety down. And another very helpful thing is physical activity. There are multiple studies that show a well-activated and oxygenated brain can manage anxiety and depression, and simply standing up and walking around the room you're in can help without needing to go for an active hike or a cardio workout or go to the gym. I'm very lucky in my place because my dog requires a walk in the middle of the day every day, and she's so much nicer if I take her for her walk. She's ready for it. She knows what time of day it's due. Um, it's also worth looking at what you are anxious about. Is this telling you anything useful? What can you do to change and to calm those feelings? If you start feeling anxious about something, write it down. Think about what can you do about this. If you can't do it until next week, put it in next week's diary and take it out of your mind now. One way I take things out of my mind sometimes is just like this. And I put it down there into an imaginary portaloo. I shut the door and press the button, and it's gone. I don't allow that to stay. I know it seems a bit silly and trivial, but it actually works. Some people have a lot of trouble calming their anxiety. They're hypervigilant, always watching for problems. PTSD sufferers are in this group. I suffered from PTSD for most of my life. And my farmer husband used to tell me that if I didn't have anything to worry about, I'd worry about that too. Well, that wasn't strictly true, but hey, I was a very anxious person. And that sort of level of anxiety does need to be treated because eventually you end up with disease, some sort of disease. The one that I landed was breast cancer, but people get all sorts of things. I've treated several people who had fibromyalgia, and when they got rid of their anxiety, the fibromyalgia disappeared as well. The problem is that you hold anxiety and traumatic feelings in your body. You don't store them neatly away in your brain. You hold them in your body, and that causes pain and illness. Anyway, my face-to-face anxiety hypnotherapy is very, very effective to help this group of people. I use the same process that I use to heal my own PTSD. And the very big difference between how I work with clients is that I not go back over past traumas. If you've already lived through them, you don't need to go over them again. Oh no. And again and again and again, week after week, in the hope that this will dull the pain down in time. It usually doesn't. It just re-traumatizes every visit. It's called penduluming, as you go backwards and forwards. I don't do that. I help you to move away from the feeling you have now to build a deeper understanding of how those feelings related to the beliefs and habits you learned so that you can get rid of the negative and harmful and move on into the future. You never truly forget trauma, but what happens is you take out the pain so that it simply becomes a historical thing that happened. Okay, that happened, but there's no pain left anymore. And you can move on to be the stronger, happier person you were always meant to be. Because I realise that some people can't afford me face to face for hypnotherapy, I do have a lower cost version which you can learn more about on a page on my website called Escape from Anxiety. It's quickadelaide.com, Escape from Anxiety. It's probably easier to find the link to that on my Facebook page. I'm getting a new website and that'll make life easier. But this also has the option of booking in for an additional one-to-one hypnotherapy session at a very discounted price because you've already worked through a lot of your problems as part of the Escape from Anxiety process. I'm trying to provide a variety of ways for people to calm down and manage everyday anxiety, and especially people with serious anxiety, to just get rid of it, move on. I'd love to see you if you're interested. You can always call me and find out more. Thanks. Bye.